and make it work in whatever method works best for you.
Okay, so neuroplasticity, the goal is awakening brain cells that are there. In simple terms, we
Can't hear you, Barb.
no.
There you go.
There you go. You know, in simple terms, we have a lot of brain cells that are that have never been
It's not
accessed.
working.
Not on.
Oh.
Ice cream cone.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Much better.
Okay. So we want to awaken brain cells that have, and recruit brain cells that haven't been used before. Is our goal. So awakening the brain. Okay. Through hearing, music, touch, smells, vision, and taste. So hearing. It's important that we think about listening to music that we're not familiar with. Okay? For me, it might be classical music, because that's not my preference, but for Ellie, it might be hip hop.
Oh, yeah, right. You can buy that.
Yes, your favorite. But to truly awaken the brain, you need to have something that you're not familiar with.
So what we did yesterday, we started using the playlists that I created from what you guys told me your loved ones like. Now, our loved ones like different things, and so I don't have to create anything beyond that list that I begged you guys for. I've got glorious, classical, Madame Butterfly, Phantom of the Opera, that I know the words to, and one of our lovely clients knows all the words to. Some of our guys hate that. Okay? Some of our guys love that. So then I turn it around, and one of our other lovely clients loves Aretha Franklin. Comes alive from Aretha Franklin. And I've got several people bristling. Okay, now I've now solved my problem, okay? So we've opened up the passageways of friendliness. Now we're all smiling. Kathy knows the words, and Kathy can sing most of it. And so I will sit down and sing it with the ones that are happy. And the ones that are pissed off, we've opened up all kinds of brain cells that weren't working before. And then I'll just change the song again, and I can make them happy again. So the mood will change in that room like a switch, depending on which song. We have a lovely young lady who loves the sound of music. We can do My Favorite Things and act out all of the songs and sing it and have fun with it. And I've got a couple of people just rolling their eyes. How much longer is she going to stand around and talk about this stupidity? Okay, but we had a really good time. Even though some of it you hated, right? You remember? Some of it you loved. We favorite things we love. Some of it you hated. But we've woken up some brain cells. So between a little bit of do re mi.
I think I'll go for a walk.
32
A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with A, B, C. When you sing, you begin with do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. The first three notes just happen to be do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, let's see if I can make it easier.
Let's teach you how to do it right.
Do, a deer, a female deer. Re, a drop of golden sun. Mi, a name I call myself. Fa, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to do. Oh, 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 do. A deer, a female deer. Ray. drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. A long, long way to run. So I need a pulling thread. La, a note to so. Tea, I drink the jam and bread. That will bring us back to dough.
Most of you loved it.
Because we
Some
remember
of
the
you
words.
did it. Yes. So now we've created a happy, calm, relaxed environment for most, but not all. So you've got to be conscious of what that emotion elicits for you. Okay, and it's not the same. It doesn't matter what it is. You just got to find the emotion you're looking for. Because if you want them to take a shower, pick the right song. The Bee Gees works.
What would that be?
The Bee Gees works. The Bee Gees was working awesome last night in B.B. King. It was golden. Okay? Some people hate the Bee Gees. I happen to think I happen to think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay? But it doesn't matter what I think. We just need to elicit the right emotion. So, but when we're trying to wake up brain cells, we need to decide on something that's not
What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, you know I got it. All I'm asking is for your respect, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, this much, just a little bit. I ain't gonna do you wrong, why you gone? I ain't gonna do you wrong, 'cause I won't.
okay, you know what? Some people in this room would not take a shower when that was played. Just telling you. Other people would be incredibly cooperative. So, it's just a demonstration of that's what we're trying to do. There's probably not too many people like hip-hop's not going to be the next topic of happiness conversation, but there's a whole lot of brain cells that I don't use. And I need to wake a few of mine up. And it's perfectly okay to learn something new. As in what time it is in the ship, and it's going to change every day, just FYI, and how to turn on the shower.
How about the same song for the shower every day?
Yes.
If that's the
Yeah.
If it works,
Because you
repeat
can
it.
relate that song.
shower time.
And so maybe it's, I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair from South Pacific.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair. I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair. Okay, whatever works, it works in your house and it works for our clients and it's great. Then you can trigger a song to an activity. And it can be eating. And in my case, in my world, it should be drinking water. Good Lord. My mom has had a stroke so that it has cut off her thirst reflex. Completely. It's awesome. She's chronically dehydrated. She's going to end up having the CVA from dehydration. My daughter tried to put an IV in her on the 4th of July. She just laughed. But no, it's really not a bad idea. And if you think I can't or won't, you're sadly mistaken.
Here it goes.
So that's what we're doing. So that's how the music, that's how sound, that's how it works. Okay, smells. Some smells, I think everyone would love chocolate chip cookies. Some of the smells are amazing. But to wake up brain, I'm going to pass around different smells. I want everybody to just sniff. Okay, I promise you're going to love some of them.
And some of them,
And some of them
you're not.
But, irregardless of whether you like it or not, it wakes up brain cells that are sleeping right at this minute.
Pasta. Pasta time.
Yeah, time to eat.
Oh, what's this like?
What do you think that is?
Oh, thank you. For safety.
I'm getting all kinds of things for you.
Hot dog time. You don't like mustard?
Smell that.
You won't.
yeah.
Just don't eat it.
No, none of it's all food based, guys. It's not gonna hurt anybody. And if we dump it, we dump it. Okay, it's not. It's all food based.
My favorite is garlic.
He hates mustard. I didn't like this one.
Smell this.
It's strange how it can trigger memories. When I go to a shoe shop, I remember my grandfather's shoe shop. You know.
That's a great conversation, Lloyd. The smells also trigger memories, as Lloyd just pointed out to us, and they do trigger memories.
Oh, they do.
Oh, absolutely. Happy memories and negative.
Grass.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
They'll let it fly away.
Oh, yes.
So something beautiful like flowers and lavender.
Cow pastures.
Cow pastures?
Yeah, horse barns, cow pastures. Country boy.
I didn't want Homeland Security to start questioning why I had that in
My
my
uncle's
suitcase.
dairy farm, and the smell is
Yeah.
just.
Yeah, some people don't like
But
it,
it
but
smells
others.
like home.
Yes.
But it smells like home. That was
Yeah, my grandfather was a shoemaker, and when I would go into a shoe shop, I always remember visiting he and Grandma at the shoe
And
shop.
when you guys start doing this at home or thinking about trying to continue this kind of a concept at home, the recommendation is 1 cent per day. Not to go through this all 5 in a fast, quick thing, but 1 thing per day. And that's why we're doing 1 per day. And yes, and some of them are disgusting. Yes, it was intended. I do have coffee if somebody needs coffee to get it out of your nose. I have it.
Get water.
Yeah. Guys, I'm gonna.
When we got on the plane, the little girl in the next aisle vomited everywhere.
Oh, that's okay.
We had just settled in.
Oh.
And the place took right away, cleaned her up, cleaned her. And I said to the Sally, what do you think this is? Spray maybe or something, you know, a bag of coffee. We waved the coffee around whenever the smell was heard.
Would help immensely.
It really was amazing. I never have heard of
That's
that.
what I sense of that smell is not just,
Spray?
would have been,
I need to
the smell. I think I've done that before.
After you get that put away.
It would have been worse, maybe,
After you get
yeah. So that was really smart.
Smell woke everybody up.
It's very mild.
Yeah, well,
The coffee.
Yeah, it was a bag.
Everybody's thinking about
One
it.
that probably was a big pot. And it did actually, it did the trick.
so what we're looking at, guys, make sure that all of those go to all of the people in the room. Okay? So the different smells elicit memories, but they wake up brain cells because you weren't expecting at 10:30 in the morning to have somebody stick mustard in your nose. That's not what your brain was expecting. If we'd been at lunchtime, we would have been looking for hot dogs or hamburgers. 10:30 in the morning, you're not looking for either. So you've created a pathway that wasn't already open. Okay, so coffee at this hour of the morning is obviously expected. Mustard and garlic are not. So that's one of the ways that you just elicit an increased cognitive response that wasn't there before.
No question about smell. When you smell it, one thing a day. One smell a day.
No, smell as the topic.
Several things.
So you would put together your own little grouping, and depending upon what, it doesn't have to be the same time every day. But on that day, so if you're going to do morning, then do the afternoon smell. Do something. Do coffee at night. I mean, do something out of what your body's expecting. Because it's a different pathway. It's a different memory pathway. We expect room service to bring us a pot of coffee. Okay, but we're not expecting them to bring us a container of mustard. We're not okay. Okay, well then, but your brain is prepared for that coffee. There's no increased neural pathway for coffee at 7:30 in the morning because you're already expecting it. Your brain is already anticipating that to happen. You want to have something happen that your brain's not looking for. And then lovely things are a possibility. Lovely flowers, lavender, you know, it's not necessarily always a negative.
Lilacs.
And that brings back the memories, the happy thoughts, the calming conversation of decreasing decreasing, you know, a lot of what Andrew was talking about. You know, that's one of the ways to bring that, center that conversation back. When we're resisting and dealing with the very negative, combative, the positive smells are a pleasant song that elicits happiness to that person. Will improve that negative concept immediately.
Aromatherapy?
Absolutely, absolutely. We use those diffusers, and then put lavender and or lilac or something in it that is a very, very calming scent. Absolutely. And then a song. You know, if Beach Boys is a happiness, then Beach Boys is a great song. If Phantom of the Opera is great, then you use what's happy to that person to decrease that negative, combative conversation.
Oh, my favorite touch.
Okay, we're going to give everybody one each couple, and then each couple one. Okay, we're going to give you 2 examples of touch, and you guys can use touch however works in your world. We are going to demonstrate this with 2 profoundly different kinds of touch. A very, very, very soft sensitivity improving statement, and then a very, very negative.
Can like the feather feel.
Okay, so what we're going to do with this feather, we're going to do together. So everybody gets a feather. Everybody gets a feather. Okay? And sometimes feathers are tickles, but feathers can be very, very soothing depending upon where and how you use the feather. So we're all going to start with a feather, and I want you to look at the inside of your wrist, the inside of like below your watch, below your bracelet, and put the feather on your wrist. And now put the feather on the wrist of your partner in that location. It does feel tickly, but it's a very, very sensitive, soft sensation.
And she jumps in with her knitting.
Okay, well the cheek is the next spot. Right on your cheek is the next location.
Back of the So she doesn't live for that.
Well, it makes it feel like there's stuff crawling. It does me too. It makes me feel like there's something crawling. So that wakes up sensory. Now underneath your chin.
Oh, well, that'll work.
Close your eyes.
It wakes up the sensory pathway. We're trying our best to wake up and open up sensory pathways that we don't normally use. You don't normally have a feather on your cheek.
That'll wake her up.
I mean, maybe you do. To my knowledge, you don't. Let me just back that vote up, okay? Normally, that's not an activity that we engage upon every day.
Well, it will be from now on. It's gonna be a run on feathers.
So wake up.
It's gonna be a
So this wakes up pathways, sensory pathways that haven't been used. It hasn't been stimulated. You haven't been doing that. Now, try the feather in your ear. And it can be either somewhat
She's a fighter.
Yeah, maybe when you were 16, but probably not since then.
Now wake up. You're not gonna wanna wake up. Give me the feather. Bring her laugh. Yeah.
Okay, now you guys have these little pads at your table now also.
All right, go find a room.
This is yours. Now that, I want you to rub, first of all, on the inside of your wrist. And now do it to each other. Do it to your partner. On the inside of your wrist. There you go. Perfect. Yes.
I'm using yours. Germs.
Good scratch.
Now it feels completely different than that feather. It's softer, but it doesn't feel anything like that feather.
No way.
Totally different sensation. Your brain is picking up a totally different feel, a totally different sensory perception than what you felt with the feather. Now you can use any number of different devices. This is just something that I can get into a suitcase. And all here from Chicago, okay? You can use cold water. You can use ice cubes. Ice cubes are very effective. Ice cubes work great.
Wake you up.
Well,
That's
okay.
right.
That's the goal. Very good.
That's the goal.
Well, the bathroom's right here, okay? We have that available. We're good. So it gives your body an opportunity to feel something that it normally doesn't feel. Now, I give my dog ice cubes. I normally do not put ice cubes on my temple unless I'm really way too hot. Okay, so if you're doing it on a normal day, where we're in a normal temperate room, an ice cube is going to feel very odd in here. Just like the smell. Your brain is not prepared for ice cubes in this environment any more than you're prepared for mustard at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Works well in Florida. Summer.
It probably won't work well for you.
No,
But for those of us that aren't too hot, it works beautifully.
Work well.
Okay. I'm gonna have Andrew pass out. No, I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead of Barb.
Sand, we don't want sand.
Well, different textures. Rocks, sand.
Oh, rock.
Between your toes.
Nice smooth rock.
My favorite.
Okay, the art of looking. We are in the world of looking. And that's the wonderful thing about this conference space, even if we end up with weather that's not pleasant to stand outside, when we get to Glacier Bay, the visual will be astounding. It will be out of the ordinary for every single person, and it will be magnificent. It's an incredible visual. Now, several of our guys went to a movie yesterday that they showed, and that was incredibly visual. And and all of our gentlemen that came back were very happy with that visual that they experienced at that movie. Very happy. Very, very rewarding, very happy experience to see the visual that happened. So that's all part of what we did last night by going to the show. We try to encourage you guys to go to the theater with us. Whatever they're doing tonight, so those of you that are on the ship tonight when they show that, they're going to show a movie this evening from BBC, which will be another visual, amazing presentation. It'll be visual with the sound. It'll be orchestrated with full string orchestration with the movie. It's amazing. So that is a constant, the visual and the sound together. It's a beautiful presentation.
That dance was unbelievable last night after the captain. That was incredible.
And the sound and the visual that went with it was amazing.
Yeah, it was so creative.
I love that paint. See, that's my favorite. Really, that's my favorite part. That paint is just the thing. I love it. So, but we also work with this then with art. The part of visual is art, and we have adult coloring, and we have some opportunities that we will do to just create your own art, on little art pads, making, drawing, or even mimicking or copying a piece of art, it takes interesting additional brain cells. I don't know that anybody in here is an artist. I mean, one of our gentlemen is a professional architect, but you are probably the only person that would have been involved in art as a world. The rest of us are completely like, oh, really? So now maybe our dentist. You are very, I'm sure that it was required great artistic abilities. But drawing, creating the adult coloring, having to create something, even if it's as simple as a tree, an apple, a common conversational piece of an item, a familiar item, having to create it yourself. I am probably considered artistic because I can sing. Drawing is not on the to-do list. You do not want to see what I draw.
Now we do.
No, you don't. No, I do adult coloring really good. And I stay on the lines really good. So, but it would be better for me to have to get out the little pad and the sketch and the markers and draw something. Not in my ballpark. So, is the switching hands on switching hands? Yes, doing this with the
Oh, yes, yes, it is.
We have a choice between drawing or coloring.
Yes.
I want to draw.
We try to keep everyone happy.
Taste.
Taste. Gentlemen, taste. We are going to pass out two different things. We're going to pass out two things to each person. One to each. There are plenty of these for one per person. We may need to fill in with those. One per person. Okay, one of each thing per person.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so we get to eat.
You get to eat.
Table.
You get to eat, and it's high quality food brought all the way from Chicago.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't get out of the Holland American dining room, so it's not going to be of that quality.
Just get one.
It is pretty gifted. Oh, I got two. Oh, Kathy's gonna take one.
Kathy, what about yours?
Pardon?
Chocolate, we had candy.
We'll find out.
Alright.
Take one.
They don't have a name? I don't need the flavor.
They definitely have names.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I know it's.
So everybody has things that you like to eat. Okay, what? I know there's a couple people in here that absolutely love cookies. There's a couple people in here that really, really like raw carrots and raw apples and pears. What else do we really like? Tell me what you really, really like. What when you think about food, what's your happiest thing?
Chocolate. Chocolate ice cream.
Popcorn, chocolate.
Chocolate ice cream.
Chocolate ice cream. Oh, there's a combo deal for you. Okay.
My alamo.
What's your favorite of them?
Cheesecake.
What's your favorite?
Cheesecake.
My alamos.
Okay. So, what happens if we chose to eat something like escargot?
Yeah.
It's a texture, it's a texture.
It's not going down.
It's not going down. But yet, most people at my table last night tried it. We got Thomas's little grandkids to try it last night. Did they eat it?
Yes.
Yes.
Did they? What happened?
He loved it.
Oh, my goodness.
And my granddaughter tried it. She ate one. She was done with it.
Okay, but they did it. Okay. They did it, and it really did taste lovely. It didn't taste anything like what we think it is because they had so much breadcrumbs, garlic, and butter all over it. It was delicious.
Gonna give me some?
Okay, so the first thing we are going to eat is the little black round thing. So please eat the little black round thing.
Try yours.
Yes, eat it.
I like the crust.
This is not. Okay, the little black round thing it does have chocolate on it. So if anybody's allergic to chocolate, please don't. I'm sorry, Judy. I didn't think that anybody would be allergic to that. But I'm always thinking about what is stuff I can't bring.
I'll have Judy's.
That's a bad, Judy. What's your chocolate?
Can you touch it?
Of course we
No,
can
I'm
touch it.
kidding.
It's delicious.
No, but can you?
Well, you gotta see it there.
Okay, now, anybody objecting to the little black round thing? Pretty nice. Everybody feels pretty happy. You're smiling. Tastes good. Where's the next one? You got some more? I do have more. They're up here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now everybody take the little round thingy.
You ready for this?
Chew this up.
Chew it. Chew it. Chew it.
Sour.
After chocolate. It's all
Wow.
salty.
It's not salt.
Not
It's
salt?
not salt.
Sour?
It's just
My grandchildren love this stuff. Love it.
But by making you have the sweet first, I intensified the sour by giving you the sweet first. It made it worse. Did you eat it, John? What do you think? Okay. Okay.
They made you
Going down.
Point being, we really woke up something on every one of us.
Oh, yeah.
And you see how simple that was? Literally, that is a junior mint and a sour patch, sour Skittles extra sour, whatever the extra sour apple, the sour extra sour version of Skittles. That's what that is.
Sour.
But the key to it is using the sweet first, because it intensifies that sour, bam, after you eat that sweet one.
What if you do the reverse? Does it intensify the chocolate?
Not as much. I mean, it's
The mint.
because the chocolate mint is pretty universally everybody's happy. I mean, that's one of the things that they list is as being demonstratable, because pretty much everyone loves that. And then you go from something that's so pleasing to your first thought is where's more? Where's the next one? You know, did you only give me one? To giving you the incredible sour piece. It's like, oh, who gave you this crap?
Is that but is that something you're recommending?
Yes.
I
I'm
agree.
recommending it loudly because what that did, and all of us, including us, need to wake up these pathways that we're not currently using. And that literally woke up the pathway with something that stinking simple. And I mean, how much more simple can that be? Those two packages you guys came from the Dollar Tree. Okay, I mean, you don't have to do it. You wouldn't necessarily use that 10 times in a row. You might use that little demonstration 3 or 4 times during a 24-hour period. You're not going to continue to eat more of those. I mean, just do it once and then have lunch. You know, do it lunch and do it once and have supper. It just wakes up right then. Because your brain is like, what is she doing to me? What is wrong with you?
I've always heard that with dementia, the taste buds change, so, and that sweets is one of the ones that remains.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweets is intensified.
She never was a big sweet eater, but now she
But
is.
now she is. Right.
Yeah, if somebody brings something around sweet, she wants some of it.
And if you will, when you observe all what we're doing and what's happening within all of our clients, almost universally, that's an incredibly common conversation.
Where are the sweets?
Well, so
They're guys who
absolutely.
candy.
Well, or where are the cookies?
Cookies or ice
And
cream?
some kind of ice cream, some kind of fruit. I recommend with that conversation that you don't say no, but you use it in moderation.
Mhm.
And I would never suggest bribing, but it works. So, I mean, literally, we've gone to, you gotta drink this, Mom, before we're getting that chocolate cake.
Yeah.
When the water's gone, when the iced tea's gone, then we're getting the chocolate cake. And until it's gone, and then she just looks at me like, I'm really, really not kidding. I'm really not kidding. We're really gonna drink. Oh, I know. We're gonna drink it before we're getting the cake.
Like when you were a kid, if you didn't eat your vegetables, you didn't get any dessert.
Well, in my case, it's just a simple glass of water.
Yeah.
That's what we have.
Okay, so then we have one more piece to this. One more little piece of demonstratable concepts that we have a precious daughter that's going to demonstrate it for us all week. When you are forced to function with your non-dominant hand, your brain does not like it, and your brain will learn Martha will tell Martha's got this happening. If you eat with your non-dominant hand, if you brush your teeth with your non-dominant hand, your day-to-day activities, this is not something you go out of the way to do. We're going to go to the dining room, you eat. Try cutting your hamburger in half with the knife in the other hand. Just try.
It doesn't work.
Well, you know what, but it
You can
can.
make it work.
You can make it work. You have to hold the burger with your right hand and cut it with your left hand. Okay, it can work. And that conversation is really for the caregivers. Okay, and I just want to encourage us to know that we got to stay as healthy as we can for the people that we love and worship so much. I mean, we love them with everything in our being, and in order to keep taking care and keep being who we need and want to be, that is a distinct way to make your brain kick it into gear a little bit more. So, brush your teeth tonight with your non-dominant hand after you have taken off your clothes and before you put on your pajamas so that you can mop the toothpaste off.
And what is this teaching us?
It's waking up parts of your brain that aren't currently working.
Okay.
Or not being used.
Because they're there. We generally only use 10 to 20% of our brain capacity. So if you, I'm really not kidding about taking off your clothes and not putting on your jams,
It's going to be missing.
it'll be everywhere. But this is a good place to do it. This isn't our bathroom, so it's okay. So brush your teeth with your non-dominant hand. And other than the fact that it's a glorious mess, you have to think about it because, come on, you guys, we brush our teeth while we're doing 3 more things and checking on where she is and making sure the door is locked, and we're like, you don't ever think about it. But if you brush your teeth with your left hand, you're going to think about it.
That's all
You're
you're
going to
gonna
be
think
mopping it up.
Okay.
And there's a pathway in your brain that is there. It's just not open right now.
Is your brain dead?
You want to try?
No, our brain is not dead, and neither is yours.
We're going to wake it up.
But you know what? We're going to wake up as much of it as we can. As much of it as we can teach ourselves and help ourselves learn to do. Because it's to our benefit. It's to our loved ones' benefit. It's going to help all of us go forward and be better. And you didn't eat your sour thingy.
I put it in the
No,
water.
it's not. Icy hated it. Spit it out.
He doesn't get lunch.
I don't like those sour.
Spit it
I'm a
out.
sweet eater. I'm a sweet eater.
This makes so much sense. Is this a thing, like, did you go and take a course on this?
Yeah, well, we have. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes. And if you Google it, there are several neurologists. This is not something we dreamed of at all.
right.
I believe in it. I believe in it because I've seen with our eyes, I've seen our clients have improved, increased cognitive awareness
It's so simple.
and have it when they still go home. It doesn't just shut off on Sunday when we don't get to see each other anymore. Seen it work.
And what's
And-
the site? I saw it on his.
And if I can teach you guys, no. The site is just if you just Google neuroplasticity.
Neuroplasticity.
The concept.
This is a huge amount of research.
There's a lot of this is not something that Kathy concocted, and I'm not the PhD that wrote it by any means. I don't want to don't misunderstand me, guys. But we've studied it, and we believe that it works. I mean, I really truly believe it works, and I truly believe that if we can encourage you to go home and keep doing it, that it will honestly help. It's not going to cure anything, but it really increases verbal. You guys, we had Precious Connie talking in full sentences yesterday afternoon. In English, in full sentences. And singing all of the words to several of the songs with me. Okay? I just think, that's what this is all about. And every single person's at a different point in a different piece of our life. But you know what? I just want her to be able to enjoy her experience, her precious husband to enjoy his experience, and to gain something to take home and hold on to. And so just Googling neuroplasticity, and with it spelled like that. And auto-spell doesn't want to spell it that way. It will auto-correct it wrong every time. you
Oh
click
my
it.
gosh.
And that, that is how it's spelled. So take a picture of the screen with your camera even. And there's just tons of research. This is just a teeny tip of this is just a synopsis of the iceberg. But it's our best way of explaining it to you so that you can remember and use it. So my definition is neuroplasticity and sensory stimulation. And that's how we approach it. Okay.
That was terrific.
So Leslie is going to talk with us very quickly, and she's not very long-winded, so.
That is not in front of a crowd.
Les, I cannot function, I cannot do any of these